Do me a favor and watch this video.
Tonight, an urgent warning for Americans visiting Colombia. Embassy officials confirming the deaths of at least 8 Americans traveling in Medellin, possibly linked to the app.
Tinder. Everyone has been talking about passport bros over the last year, where American guys go to third world countries to get girlfriends because, frankly, it's easier to do. But countries like Colombia have started to catch on to this, and they've started passport bros as a result. For example, if you're a white guy living in Medellin, people hate you because they think you're ruining their economy and taking their women. Now, pair this general hatred of men from the West with an opportunity to make money from kidnapping and ransoming a white guy, and you have the situations we see now where passport bros are getting on. And this isn't just Colombia. This is how the global South feels about the West and how it feels about Western men. Selena Kyle has a great line in The Dark Knight Rises that illustrates this point better than I ever could. There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. You and your friends better batten down the hatches, because when it hits, you're all gonna wonder how you ever thought you could live so large and leave so little for the rest of us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is long overdue and just about time that we got real about Colombia for a second, right? Because this is not the first time, and I'm damn sure this will not be the last time that we hear about people becoming unalived in countries overseas. You see, it becomes a cause of concern for you passport brethren when they're traveling to these particular countries, when every other month or so, it seems like we're hearing stories about foreigners getting into some shit, whether it be, you know, kidnapping or expectations of the worst. Usually, countries would try their darndest to basically keep certain information like that from coming out, right? It's not common that they're putting it in the news, not necessarily bragging about it happening, but putting it in the news for everybody to see, especially if it's going to deter people from coming to the country via tourism and things of that nature. So you won't really hear about it as often if they still want, you know, these particular foreigners to come to the country, which kind of makes me believe that this is meant to deter foreigners from coming to the country, because the majority of the foreigners that come there, not saying all of them, probably do not have the best of intentions when traveling to this country. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it real. Every passport brethren does not always have the best ideals or the best ideas or the best intentions when they travel to countries like, you know, Colombia and DR and that particular area. Now, I will say this, because somebody gonna hit me let me hit them before they hit me. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this type of activity can happen anywhere in any foreign country, in any specific third world country. Yes, it can happen in the Philippines. Foreigners become unalived in Thailand, Brazil, Colombia, DR. It can happen to any of us at any given time in any given place that we choose to travel to. Yes, it can happen. But it seems to be frequently happening in Colombia. Now, there are certain people that I've known that have visited. There are some people that I know that are currently in the country. And I'm not going to say that it's a bluff, but I do believe that they do know that there's reasoning behind it. And y'all not going to like it. And we're going to call it for what it is, because at least with the Dr. Mike TV channel, I'm going to keep it as real as I possibly can with you without getting canceled or demonetized. Ladies and gentlemen, they main targets white folk, right? The fellow white passport brethren. Y'all they target for the most part. Let's call this a spade a spade. Now, not saying that somebody of my particular skin complexion can't get that work too. Not saying that that cannot happen. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go ahead and see and say that if they was going to get somebody, they're going to get the white foreign man. You see, the only time we become victims in probably countries like that is if we out there flaunting and flashing and letting everybody know that we got them pesos. I think they spend pesos in Colombia. If I'm wrong about the currency, my bad. Letting them know we got them Colombian pesos. Damn, if they're not pesos, that sounds stupid right now. Anyways, let me know we got that money, that better, right? That money to spend. When you flash it and you flaunt it and people know you got it, or you wear certain things that are considered to be fashionable or stylish or expensive in taste, then you become on the radar. But prior to that, man, they probably think that black folk just as broke as them, right? Let's call it for what it is. The media has not done a great job of portraying us in the best light when it comes to certain things. Let's be real. But at the end of the day, use that shit to your advantage. Please. The stigma, the stereotype, some of them, use it to your advantage, right? If they want to sit there and portray black people as being part of the poor socioeconomic class in the United States, then I'm going to be part of the poor socioeconomic class in the United States. And in Colombia, if I choose to go there, right? We just going to play it like we broke. I'm going to be in my little flip-flops. Well, that's my Philippine weather. Right? I'm be in my nice little closed-toed shoes, right? Got to be careful. Also in my flannel, like you see right now, just a regular t-shirt and some jeans, and I'm gonna just be getting around, not carrying a lot of cash, being as low-key as humanly possible, learning my little bit of Spanish here and there, making sure that I'm not in places at certain times after dark, and I think that I would probably have a great and fantastic trip to Colombia. Yes, I might need to brush up on my Spanish, for sure, because they do say it's very difficult to communicate with a lot of these young ladies if that's what you choose to do, if you don't know the language, and the Duolingos and the Google Translate don't always hit like it's supposed to, right? You know what it is. But getting back to my story, because I got to get off my rant and off my high horse real quick. Colombia is on the map, and it seems like it's on the map for all the wrong reasons. It's scary to believe that a place that I do potentially want to go has such a reputation. But again, when I was in the Philippines had the same type of reputation, more specifically in Davao City, which is in the Mindanao region, which is highly Muslim populated, which is where a lot of the Muslim activity and all that naysayer activity happening in, the Philippines is going on. Oh, you would have fucking thought that we was in a danger zone, or we was in a combat zone living in Davao City. But it was complete opposite. So in my mind, I'm thinking, take it with a grain of salt, but take it in. You understand? That's kind of where my vibe is when it comes to stories like this. And ladies and gentlemen, I really want to hear what you guys got to say, right? Is this going to deter you from going to Colombia in any way, shape, or form? To all of my brethren currently in country or have been to country, let me know. Do you feel like this energy is proper? Do you feel like it's appropriate for the times? Do you feel like, I may need to consider another country to travel to? Because all this is not necessarily playing out as well as we thought it would, all right? Because to hear it on multiple occasions, or to hear the story say 8 motherfuckers, 8? I don't know how to count the 8 in Spanish, my bad. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, motherfucker, 7, 8. I've stopped at 7. 8 motherfuckers is dead? What? That's a problem. That is very problematic. And I want y'all to just keep that in the back of your mental. I would never tell you where not to go to, because that's stupid. When you're a traveler, you go where you need to go and go where you feel your heart is content. But that's really what I wanted to get off my chest, ladies and gentlemen. If you have anything that you want to add to this video, by all means, leave it down in the comment section below. Like I said before, do you agree with it? Are you going to stop going? Are you going to continue going? Are you going to go if it's your first time? Are you going to consider taking an alternative route? You got a backup plan? Let me know. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that I care about is your safety, sir. I want to make sure y'all get back to where you was getting your bit. Make sure you get back to what you need to get back to. If this is just a temporary thing, if it's a permanent move for you, then I want to make sure you put yourself in the safest of places. Because come on, man, this will not go good for the movement of Passport Brethren if y'all keep getting yeeted in these countries. It's not going to look good. After a while, it's going to be like, man, you got a 50% chance of survival rate if you're a passport bro. Like, what? Right, nobody want to hear no shit like that. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's my time, man, for the energy, man. Y'all take care, y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is out.